Hey everyone, how you doing this morning? PLS Prepping and Reviews coming to you with an emergency here in Colorado. It is getting crazy, guys, and I mean it's getting crazy. I've been hearing from a lot of people sending me texts and emails and that telling me about what's going on in Colorado. Believe me, I know what's going on in Colorado with this Venezuelan gang. Um, it's getting worse. It's getting really bad. But I'm waiting for a few people to get online here because we are doing a live. Hopefully, people show up. I'm hoping real soon. Right now, there doesn't seem to be anybody out there. But there we go. Paris, how you doing? Online here tonight. Well, this morning to talk a little bit about the gang takeover here in Colorado. Super Dave, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Haven't seen or talked to you in a long time. We're under siege here in Colorado by a gang. They've taken over apartment complexes. They've taken over a Target. They've taken over a region of Colorado within Aurora, Colorado. Now, this place is not far from me. It's probably about maybe 3 miles from me. So I have a perspective on it, on what's going on. Like I see what's happening, but we're under attack. From what I gather, the Venezuelan gang, Trendy Argoa, has taken over apartment complexes, going door to door, throwing people out, taking over, kicking out the staff as well, and taking over the apartment complex, going into vacant apartments and that, and other apartments and that, throwing people out onto the streets. It's getting really, really bad over here, guys. All I got to say is get me the heck out of here. We want out and we want to leave now. Unfortunately, we don't have the means or the funds at this time to do that. But we'll do what we have to do here in where we're at and that to make sure the family is safe and secure. But it's gotten crazy. Police are not doing anything. They say they are. They set up a task force and everything. Unfortunately, this has been going on for a while, and they haven't made any arrests in regards to this. They haven't done anything. Citizens are calling in and getting no response from the police department at all. They're not sending anybody in. This is a no-go zone area, so they're not allowing people in there, and they're not allowing these guys to get outside there if they can keep them inside. But unfortunately, we are under siege. Um, I wish there was good news, but there's not. We have people fighting. Aurora, Colorado. Dave, Super Dave, it may be taking army. And they're talking about bringing in the National Guard to get them out of there. But we're talking a lot of people. We are talking a lot of people. This has been going on since 2022. It started with the main guy here. I think it was in New York and Chicago area. This guy that's taken over, he's been arrested by the police department. Well, let me back up a little bit. He came across the border that legally, because there was no way they can check on him to see if he had any criminal record or anything at the border. And of course, what did they do? They allowed him to come in because they couldn't find any information on him. But he's a big time gang guy. And causing problems, drug trafficking, sex trafficking, hurting people. I mean, it's ridiculous. These guys are walking around with full automatic weapons, AR-15, a lot of firepower. And if any of you have seen the videos that are out there in that, this shows them going into people's apartments, knocking on the doors with hammers and axes, and standing outside their doors with ARs and that as well. It's gotten bad. It's gotten really bad. Do me a favor, guys, in chat, please send this message out to everybody and share it with them so we can get some information to people and let them know what's happening here on the ground in Colorado. Most of the stuff you're going to be getting is going to be from online. where they're going to show you what's going on in that, and you're going to get a little bit of information. But we've talked to a few people ourselves in that, and we've talked to people on the scene, and we've heard from the city council as well, and they're not doing anything. The police are not doing anything. Nobody's doing anything. This is crazy. The people that have been saved from the sex trafficking, saying that they were threatened by the gang, and that they would either go into sex trafficking or they would harm their families. So they had no choice but to do what they had to do. Fortunately, they were able to get out of there, but apparently, while they were there, they were having to see 4 men a day. This is getting ridiculous, guys, and nobody's doing anything about it. So I guess the citizens of this country, of Colorado, are going to have to do something and make a stand. We're going to see what's going to happen. I'm going to try to get down there to see what I can see, but it's pretty well blocked off. They're on top of buildings and that, watching anybody coming in and going out of the areas that they're in. They've taken over a Target area, basically a Target, and people won't go even there shopping because they're afraid of what's going on. They are roaming, the gangs running through the streets and that, firing their guns, threatening people, basically taking over and doing whatever they want to do. There's at least 2-story high trash out there. I mean, they're under siege, and this country is not doing anything about it. They're allowing these people to do what they want to do. They allow them to come across the borders, and this is what happens. Now, Aurora, Colorado stated a long time ago that they would not be taking in the immigrants coming across the border, that Aurora is not a sanctuary city, and that they will not do it. They also stopped funding in that for any of the immigrants coming across the border, and that they will not assist them in any financial way. Denver right now has already spent $86 million on these people, and this is what we get paid back as. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is an invasion in the United States. We have been invaded. Where is our military? Where is our officials that are going to do something about this and take care of the problem? Hello, Anaconda. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. Please share this out, guys, so we can get more people here. I really appreciate it. We need to get this information to people and let them know what's happening. So like I said, at this time right now, we have gang members, I shouldn't say gang members. We should say a whole shitload of gangs have shown up. Now, this guy that was arrested in that a while back in 2022 in New York and all that, that was turned over by the police, and was some kind of attack on some people in that, and he was arrested. And when he was arrested in that, turned over to the police, and he basically went to court. He went in and they gave him, this is the time you got to come back to court. Never showed up. Caught him again with some other issue going on with the man, very dangerous person in that. And they turned him over to ICE, and ICE said that they cannot do anything with him, that he's going to have to stay. And the reason why he has to stay in that is because between the U.S. and Venezuela, we don't do trades for people, and we can't get information on this individual as well. So we don't have the slightest idea, but of course our government just allows them to walk in right through the borders and that, and bring their crime with them. And this is the reason why people here in the United States are getting pissed off about this stuff. It's simply because there's no control over it. It's all free for all from anybody coming from any country. Now, this is just one way that they can infiltrate the United States in that, and they're doing a damn good job. But the problem is the people of this state are not doing anything, and that's the sad part about it. But we've got to do something about it. We have to make sure that this doesn't continue. It has to be stopped. But this has been going on for a while, guys, since 2022 with this guy. Let's see. It says the Tren de Agua components operate in Aurora, but the reports of TDA influence are isolated, city says. That's what they're saying. But the reality is citizens are being threatened and attacked and hurt, and some are being, you know what? It says social media has been flooded with accusations that the Venezuelan gang has taken over the apartment complex. Both the city Aurora Police Department have not confirmed these claims. But if you see the videos of what's going on in that, you actually see these people going to people's apartments, banging on the door, dragging their asses out, and taking over their apartments. So, you know, we know what's going on. But this is Denver for you. This is Denver explaining their bullshit and trying to say, oh, we got no substantial information on what's going on, when we know what's happening. We see it with our own damn eyes. They have video of it. Yet this is what happens when you're in a sanctuary city and they don't want to take the heat for it. This is what goes on. Let's see what else we got here. It says Aurora, Colorado. In a new statement, the city of Aurora on Wednesday confirmed components of the Venezuelan gang Tren de Agua, or TDA, are operating in Aurora, but said reports of TDA's influence are isolated. Well, yeah, it's isolated. It's still in the area that they're working in. It's not only in one apartment complex. It's several areas, and they stated it last night. It's a region. So don't give us the bullshit. We know what's going on. And so TDA started out as a prison gang in Venezuela and has expanded throughout the Western Hemisphere. In July, the Biden administration designated the gang as a transnational criminal organization, accusing it of engaging in human smuggling and trafficking, gender-based violence, money laundering, and illicit drug trafficking. Denver 7 reached out to the Homeland Security investigations about TDA's presence in the Colorado. A spokesman of the agency said that it is aware of the recent violent crime arrests in Colorado involving individuals allegedly associated with the Tren de Agua gang, and continue to assess emerging trends and assist partner law enforcement agencies. All blah, 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 talk, blah, blah, blah. That's all they're doing. Social media has been flooded with accusations that Tren de Agua gang has taken the blah, blah, blah. It says, yeah, taking over the Aurora apartment complex. The city is closing near Colfax and Peoria, near the city. Nor the Aurora Police Department has confirmed claims. They are taking over. We can see it with our own eyes. And the police are not doing that, just moving back, you know, keep everybody else away, move back, move. That's all they're doing. In a statement Wednesday, Ryan Lube, Deputy Director of the City Communications and Marketing Department, said Aurora Police Department has established special task force with other partners to specifically address concerns about TDA and other criminal activity affecting migrant communities. Libby confirmed that the components of TDA are operating in Aurora. Police are increasingly collecting evidence to show the gang is connected to crimes in the area. However, Libby said that it would be improper at this time for the city and APD to make any collusionary statements about specific incidents. Of course not. We expect that. They're thinking that this is just like a little crime. This is not just a crime. This is an invasion in our country. This is an invasion in the United States. Do you people not see what's going across the United States? Are you blind? Are you blind? Wake up. Wake up and see what's going on around you. Pay attention, please, for the sake of your own families. Well, it says as well, it says at this time, investigators believe reports of the TDA influence in Aurora are isolated, according to Libby. He concluded his statement by urging victims of crime to come forward and to report the law to law enforcement. Why report it if you're not going to do nothing? You cowards. You're all sticking together. This is bullshit. Exactly, Paris. When police do not respond, it's by design. And that's exactly what I'm saying. They have set us up. They are doing what they want to do. And our people here in Colorado are not doing anything. Great. My mouse just went out on me, guys. Can't even get the sucker to move now. Okay, so I start doing this stuff and see what happens. Let's see. Oh, there we go. There we go. Let me put this up here. There we go. And Messenger says PLS News. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Yeah, they're all in on it, Paris. They're all in on it. And it's not going to stop until the people of this country put a foot down and say that's it. But it's not going to stop. 3 miles from my house and that, I got to see this stuff and deal with this stuff. I got to go down the roads and that, and I got to run into this stuff and everything. You don't think that I'm getting ready and I'm locked and loaded and making sure I have my freedom sticks with me? It's crazy. You know, I put up another 8 cameras out on the property just so I could keep an eye on the entrances and that and the back of the building so I can keep an eye on what's going on. But every night, I'm having to deal with issue problems of people coming onto this property that are very suspicious and that walking around, don't know what they're doing in that. Some of them are in camo, some of them are, regular clothing in that. But these are not homeless people. These are people casing out the joints. That's what they're doing, and we know what they're doing. Let's see. Super Dave says it's probably a way to cancel the second. It sure is, buddy. And Messenger says doing good. I've been monitoring the HF band to see what everyone is saying. You keep doing it, bud. Keep on listening and hearing what's going on because we're trying to keep our ear to the ground over here as well too. But we only could do so much. But do me a favor, please share this out so we can get more people out over here and that so they can hear what's going on instead of getting that freaking news report and being all, scrubbed and cleaned and everything before they get it out to us. Here's a full statement from the city of Aurora. The city of Aurora Police Department, as we previously stated, established a new special task force in collaboration with our local, state, and federal partners to specifically address concerns about the Venezuelan gang, TDA, and other criminal activity affecting migrant communities. We are grateful that the Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA, a valuable federal partner, yeah, right, has acknowledged its ongoing work with TDA across the metro and appreciate the additional resources it provides to combat this issue. We are aware that the components of TDA are operating in Aurora. APD has been increasingly collecting evidence to show gangs and connecting to the crime in the area. However, that's just blah, 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 same stuff. Based on our initial investigation work, we believe reports of the TDI influence in Aurora is isolated. We urge the community members, including members of our migrant communities, to please report crimes. Blah, 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 blah. This is what we get. This is what. Repeat. All in one freaking statement letter and stuff and everything from Channel 7 News in Colorado. Repeat. And now all they do is keep repeating the same stuff in this whole transcript that they wrote out in that. That's all they're doing. They're repeating it all. But, what are we supposed to do in the meantime? Sit here and twiddle our thumbs, thinking everything's going to be okay? Well, it's not. It's not going to be okay, and it's going to get worse no matter what they say. We're not stupid. We don't sit back and just watch the world go by. We see what's happening. We pay attention. I call upon all Coloradans to stand now. Make a stand. Do something. Yell, scream. But get their attention and tell them we're not going to put up with this stuff. We're going to fight back. We're going to take our state back. If they don't do it, we will. This is bull, and we cannot deal with this kind of stuff. Bring the National Guard in like they were talking about yesterday, on the day before yesterday, and the day before that. This is something that has not been that just popped up, guys. This has been going on for last few weeks and that, and it's not going to stop. I would have done a report on it earlier in that, but it was just, I didn't want to really mess around with it too much because I didn't have much information. But now the information is coming forward. People are seeing what's going on, citizens themselves, and reporting it to us and to other people on YouTube and that. It is, Lee. This is from my wife. It's unbelievable what's being allowed. Exactly. And it's being allowed by design. That's the thing. It's by design. The whole reset, the whole takeover of this country and that. This is what happens. This is how they do it. We're not stupid. We know the reason why they allowed them to cross the border. We know to infiltrate this country, to start little cells here and there. And that's exactly what they've done. But the government won't do shit about it because, they want the voters, they want all the Democrats to pull for their side, and that's how they're doing it. They've been offering, if you go to war and that, we'll let you in the country for free. We'll give you this. I see them now. New cars, new homes, thousands of dollars, $9,000 per person, driving around Colorado, acting as if they own this shit and that. And this is our government doing this stuff. They're allowing them to do this stuff. They don't arrest them and keep them in jail when they have a serious crime. They just let them go. It's by design. It is by design. But what are we supposed to do? Just sit back and let them do whatever they want to do? Dave said, what would they do with them? Send them home? No, they can't send them home to Venezuela, because Venezuela will not take them back. We have no setup between Venezuela and the U.S. ICE tried to send the dude back, and Venezuela said we don't take him back. They couldn't even do criminal background checks on that guy, even though he's a big time criminal person, and still they allowed him in our country and that. This is what I'm talking about. They don't care. If they can't we can't find no information on these people in other countries, now just let them in. Just let them in. There's no problem. We're going to get some more votes, and then we're going to make more money. That's what it is. Messenger says, mass immigration is yeah, it is. And we've tolerated it and tolerated it and tolerated it. How much more are you guys going to just sit back and not do nothing about it here in Colorado? Guys, I got to get the heck out of this state. I've got to leave, because if I don't leave, I'm going to do some stuff that I may not come home. Because I'm not the type of person just to walk away from stuff and think it's all okay in that. If I see somebody hurting it, I'm going to help. If I see somebody hungry, I'm going to feed them. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do as a human being, to protect and help people. This is what we're supposed to be here for, to help and to feed people, to care for them, to talk to them about God, to share our lives with them, to teach them. But the problem is in this day and age, morals are gone. It's a free for all out there. You can't even go out on the street and say what you want to say without being arrested by somebody's little fluffy feelings get hurt. Oh my goodness, what the hell's going on in this country? Why are we allowing this? Are we so weak in this country that we can't stand up for our rights? Are we so weak? Are we nothing but a bunch of mama boys? I think so. We sit back and we let these government officials make laws and regulations against us, but benefit them. How many of these congressmen and all these people that go into politics, how long does it take before they start pocketing all the money in there all the time? Not very long. But we're supposed to be nice. We're supposed to be nice and respectful towards other people and with diversities and issues, whatever. But I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. We've got to do something about it, and we've got to fight back now, because if we don't do it, we're lost. And the way things are going, we are. I'm watching a video right now. Right now, I'm watching a video of armed guys going to in the hallway of an apartment complex, apartment 301, knocking on their doors with pistols and with heavy duty weapons. I mean, long rifles. Let me read this to you. Armed crew storms Colorado apartment building overrun by Venezuelan gangs, spilling out from Sanctuary City. A shocking video shows a crew of gun-wielding men storm through a Colorado apartment building, reportedly overrun by dangerous Venezuelan gang. Listen to this now. I'm watching the video of them doing this, okay? I'm watching the video right now of them doing this. And it says, a shocking video shows a crew of gun-wielding men storm through a Colorado apartment building, reportedly overrun by dangerous Venezuelan prison gang. A group of heavily armed men, including 3 with handguns and 1 with a rifle, enter the troubled apartment complex in the Denver suburb of Aurora and break into a unit. The clip obtained by KDVR shows the footage was captured early this month, shortly before a shooting at the complex. The edge at the Lowry severely injured 1 person and damaged multiple cars, according to the local news station. A separate clip taken at a different time shows 2 men blasting the lock. 2 men bashing the lock of a unit with a tire iron inside the same housing complex where migrants have moved in. They have, and that's another thing that they are kicking out all the people out of the apartment. Well, first thing is what they do is they go in, they get rid of the staff that are running apartment complexes, like me and Lisa, managers. They get them out, get rid of them, get them out of the property. Then they go to vacant apartments and start setting up those apartments for them and other people. Then they go down and they start removing everybody from the apartment complex. Then what they do is they go back to the unit that they had before. They start bringing in immigrants from across the border, drug traffickers, sex trafficking. Everything goes through that freaking door. They bring them in. They make them part of the group in that, and they send them out. This is what happens here. But we don't know what's going on, huh? We don't see any of this stuff going on. Let's see. Super says, I've seen that. And the street stealing cars and going full. Yeah. Exactly. But this is the reality of the world that we live in, guys. Everybody's out there across the country and that, sitting there, thinking, all these liberals out there think, oh, everything's good. Government's taking care of us. We're all happy, happy. Yeah, right. In the meantime, reality sinks in, and they're starting to see what's going on here in Colorado and across the nation with these gang members and that. And now people are starting to voice their opinions. Well, where were they when we needed them at the beginning? Where were they when we needed assistance from them? Yeah, out there twiddling their thumbs, thinking everything's okay. Blinders on the side, woke society. This is what we're dealing with. But we're all supposed to be real cool about all this stuff and everything and be nice, huh? Messenger says that's just wrong when they're removing people like us to replace. Exactly, and this is what's going to happen. That's why I'm saying we're being invaded. That's why I said. That's why the title of this is called "We're Under Siege." I don't know how to say this any other way, but we're screwed. If our government will not take care of the issues in that, then we're screwed. And it's even worse if we don't do something about it. But there's nobody here. There's nobody calling for it. There's nobody calling for help us, lead us. There's nothing like that. We have nothing like that in this country. We have a freaking government that is so jacked up, so messed up in their own little freaking bullshit and that they ain't got time to deal with us peasants. It's sad. But I'm not going to sit back, and I'm going to keep voicing myself, and I'm going to keep saying the stuff that I'm saying, because it's time for us to do something. And I've been saying this for years, guys. Like I told you before, what is the name of my channel? PLS, People's Last Stand. That's what it is. And I've been saying this for all this time, and yet none of you want to hear it, and none of you want to hear want to see what's going on. Y'all want, and I'm not talking about the people that are subscribed to my channel and that, because you all know, and you guys in chat, you all know. Super Day says if we, the peeps, act, they would declare. Of course, they're going to do that. We already know what they want to do, Super Dave. We know. This is a setup. That's all it is. But what choices do we have but to protect our families? We have to do something. And if it means for us to go out and fight against those that are being corrupt, and I'm not only talking about the gang members, but I'm talking about our own government system. We have to do what we have to do. We cannot sit there and just allow this to continue and be nice and sweet about it and just let it go. We let it go and we sit here and we fume and we just get tired of the same narrative from our own government, from our own police department, from our own city council. They take and take and take and give nothing back in return. They are a disgrace to this country. Every one of them. And I'm talking from Biden, Trump, everybody. They're not looking out for you. You need to look out for yourself from now on, because there's nothing left for us in this country. There's nothing. There's no American dream anymore. It's been a lie from the beginning. Messenger says our government is a corporation that ran by. Yeah, it is. Let them declare martial law. It's time for a revolution. My wife says it seems we, the people of this country, are not important. Exactly, honey. Exactly. But I think you are. I think each and every one of you are the most important people in the world, because you care what happens to your fellow citizens. You care about what happens to your country. This is the reason why you guys are upset, because you see what's going on in this world and in our own country. They allow crap in this country. They feed you food that is infested with chemicals. They give you water. It's the same thing. The air that you breathe, the same thing. It's all full of chemicals and crap that's killing us. Why do you think the baby rate in that is so high in deaths? Why do you think men are becoming sterile? What, are you people not awake? Are you not paying attention to what's going on? This is sad. Very, very sad. But I don't know what to tell you guys. I'm just giving you the information that I'm getting as well too. But the thing is nobody's doing nothing. Let's see here. Let me see if I can find anything. Hold on one second. Recent crime at the building has left residents of the Edge, that's the apartment, on edge. It's been a nightmare. I can't wait to get out of here, Cindy Romero told KDVR as she moved out of the building with her husband, Edward. The couple said the violence began when a large number of migrants moved into the building. They used five locks on their apartment door from top to bottom, as well as door security, bar jammer. Every day when every day when we come home, we have to do this. Every time we go outside to take out the garbage, Cindy said, turning each lock. Every time we go to bed at night, we have to keep this like this so that nobody can kick the door in. Their car was one of the vehicles riddled with bullets after the shootout. The Romeros have been trying to move somewhere safer, but said they couldn't get the help they needed to do so. We couldn't get any help. We tried reaching out to resources, but they told us since it was not a condemned building, we would have to wait till that was the issue. So they're waiting for something to go bad before they're going to help them. Interesting. But we didn't want to wait for that. Edward Romero told the local station. It says they finally were able to pack up their stuff and leave with the help of the Aurora City Council member Daniel Januski, who has been outspoken about the influx of alleged members of the Venezuelan prison gang TDA in the suburb of 390,000 people. That's what's in Aurora, 390,000 people. And this small little gang is taking over and stuff and everything. And the people of that state aren't doing shit. What the hell's wrong with people? Not even the police. I mean, nothing. Oh my goodness. The city nonprofit has lined up to help migrants that have come here, but nobody is helping the Americans that are trapped in those apartment complexes. Jurinsky told the news station, and this isn't just Americans. Other Venezuelans are being extorted by gangs as well. Yeah, they're being pulled in and forced to join their gangs and stuff. This is the reality, guys. The council member spoke to the Post earlier Wednesday about her community suffering from the spillover of Denver's new migrant population, the resulting TDA members. To our governor and to the mayor of Denver, I refuse to be silent. I refuse to play the game of politics with regarding to this migrant crisis, and I will continue to speak up and speak out and help as many people as I can, she said. Denver, a sanctuary city, has received the largest number of migrants per capita across the nation, with more than 40,000 new arrivals since December of 2022. Directly east of Denver, Aurora has been flooded with migrants itself. The crime attributed to TDA, a prison gang ongoing in the Aurora region of Venezuela. The gang has infiltrated multiple states and other cities like New York, Chicago, after crossing into the U.S. from the southern border. Did you hear that? Let me repeat it one more time. The gang has infiltrated multiple states and other big cities like New York City, Chicago, after crossing into the U.S. from the southern border. We are being invaded. We are under siege. Do you understand, government? We are under siege. Pay attention. Or do you need to go home and have your ice cream cone? Multiple high-profile crimes include the murder of Georgia nursing student Laken Riley and the Big Apple shootout of 2 New York Police Department officers in June have been killed to members of violent crime. This gang, from its top leaders, are telling them, shoot the police, shoot. You have okay by us to shoot them. If they'll shoot them, they'll shoot the rest of us. Come on now. Let's see here. Messenger says, keep the spare mower blades, everyone. They can be repurposed into swords. They can be. Good tip, dude. Messenger said, anything we have that is steel can be remade for weapons. And Cruzeiro, thank you for showing. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming. You your rarely lives, something must have occurred. Yeah, we're being attacked in Colorado. Aurora, Colorado is under siege, and a region of it of 390,000 people that live there. The immigrants have taken over by TDA, gang member from prison. It's a prison gang, and they have taken over apartment complex, kicking people out, hurting people, bringing people in, migrants in to work for them, sex trafficking, drug trafficking, you name it. This is what's going on. They've been hitting jewelry stores here in Colorado as well. I mean, this is just not one little incident. This is continuously going on. People are really, truly upset about this, but our government won't do anything. What's wrong with them? I know what's wrong with them. They don't give a damn about us. All they care about is the pocket, and that's all they care about. And we know that, and you all know that. All right, let me see here. Here's another one. This is from the New York Post. New York Post. That says, brutal Venezuelan gang violence spills into quiet suburb from the sanctuary city next door, which is Denver, despite effort to keep the migrants out. Aurora refuses to be part of this. Aurora said that they will not fund any of this stuff. They saw the $86 million that was already spent on the migrants, and what did they get? Diddly squat. Nothing. Lies, everything, gangs, rape. I mean, you name it. This is what's going on here in Colorado. Denver's decision to welcome migrants with open arms is bringing bloodshed to the suburbs next door. A notorious Venezuelan gang has set up a shop in Aurora, Colorado, even though the town wanted no part of the influx of the asylum seekers in the first place. Aurora, a quiet bedroom community with a population of 390,000 people directly east of the Mile High City, has become a base of operation for a brutal TDA gang, which has seized multiple apartment complexes and set off a wave of violent crime. Denver leads the nation in new immigrants arriving per capita, which we stated earlier, about 40,000 people have arrived since December of 2022. The city has bent over backwards to provide aid, even slashed emergency service to help foot the cost. So far estimated at 68 million and counting. But Aurora has made it clear it does not share the Denver desire to be the country's leading sanctuary city. In February, the Aurora City Council passed a resolution 7-3, stating that it will not provide resources and support to migrants or others brought into the community from neighboring cities. It's been pretty tense here. We're feeling it. City Council member Daniel Jurinsky, a sponsor of the resolution, told Fox News American Newsroom, "We will not be aiding into migrant crisis." But Denver larceny has become Aurora's problem. Larceny has become Aurora's problem anyway, forcing the community to grapple with increasing gang violence as TDA has moved into town, taking whatever it can in its hands on, according to the police officials and law enforcement sources. See, right now they said earlier that nothing has been proven or anything like that. Yet it states right here that they have moved into town, taking whatever they can get their hands on, according to police officials and law enforcement sources. So they're contradicting themselves from the last one report that I said to you guys, right? All right, let's just catch up on this, what we got going on here. Let's see. Messenger says they know PLS, but our government is letting this happen. Exactly. And that's why I'm saying the whole reset thing. Why do you think what's going on across the world? Why do you think gold is raising in price? Because we know what's going to happen. The only way that they can get rid of the freaking deficit that we have right now of trillions and trillions is to have war. That's how they do it. Then they can cancel it and start over. But in this situation, it's a complete reset. They're going to take over the country. They're going to do the digital currency, digital ID, everything. 15-minute homes. This is what it's all leading up to, guys. This is a setup for us. And cursed. And let's see. Super Dave says, I'll go live, PLS, and can tell, and you could tell all this. Want to? Yes. You just name the time and the day. I can't do it right away because I'm doing this right now, and I got to take care of a couple of things in that. But I'd say probably, I don't know, next few hours or something like that, or even longer. It's up to you. And he says, I'll gladly have you on. Thank you. I appreciate it because we got to talk about this stuff. Exactly, Paris. Exactly. Paris said it. Paris said it. Deet, 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 deet. Bankers war. Exactly. Okay, so I'm going to read to you who this guy is, okay? Who this main gang leader is. I'm going to read you the information in regards to who he is. They call this guy the Cookie Monster. Yeah. Our local gang leader decided to set up shop in town. According to the law enforcement sources, his name is Gennaro Jose Pacheco Serrano, and he goes by Galita, Spanish for cookie. Okay. It says, within months of arriving in the U.S., cops say he and fellow gang members brutally beat a man at an Aurora apartment complex, and the gang took over the occupied. In July, cops arrested him again, this time for shooting at the same complex that left 2 men wounded. Members of the TDA gang are accused of a slew of violent crime across the U.S., including the murder of Georgia nurse student Laken Riley earlier this year and the shooting of 2 New York PD cops during the arrest in June. Leader of the gang recently gave the green light for members to shoot American cops who tried to interfere with their criminal activity. Crazy. Hey, Watchman, Woman of the Dragon, how you doing? So this is what we're dealing with, guys, here in Colorado. And you guys are thinking I'm just being paranoid or, no, this is reality. Our local investors in the company that own multiple apartment complexes in Aurora said that there was a massive shooting at one of the properties taken over by the gang. I'm scared that this could happen in America, the source said. Well, duh. What do you think is happening? That's what I'm saying. These people that are just waking up from the shit and everything, realizing, when it interferes with their making money, then they want to get on the other side and say, you guys were right. Oh yeah, we got to do this, we got to do that. But see what I'm saying? This is the mentality of people. It says earlier this month, the Aurora Police Department announced it formed a task force with Colorado State Patrol and Colorado Bureau of Investigations to counter the gang growing threat. Aurora Police declined to provide additional details about the task force, but said in the statement that APD, Aurora Police Department, will not tolerate violent crime in our communities. Yeah, right. We call them on the phone here where I'm at now. We call them and say, hey, this is going on over here. You need to get over here. They don't even show up. They don't even show up here. So we know that's a lie. John Fabrica, who is previously the head of ICE office in the Denver region, is now running for Congress, of course, said that the gang has been running amok in the area. The officials have been slow to react, you'd say. It's become increasingly clear that certain city officials, including the Aurora Police Department, have downplayed or ignored the criminal activities affecting many neighborhoods in North Aurora, says Fabrica. Notably, illegal immigrant gang activities have been present in the specific apartment complex throughout Aurora. Yet these issues have been understated for what appears to be ideological reasons. Despite the slew of TDA crimes in Denver, Mark Sears, president of the Aurora Police Union, said that it's absolutely incorrect to say that the gang has taken over the city. I bet you when he said that, you just heard like little chirps, you know, could have heard a pin drop, you know. That's what they're saying. There's not any difference than any other documented gang that we have. I can tell you that the officers is their concern about this quote unquote green light that they have on officers. Sure, there's a concern about it, but in my opinion, as a union president, I feel that we've had a green light since 2020. Okay. When Pacheco Cisnero, I can't even say that word, Cisnero, an alleged shot caller in the gang, crossed the southern border in 2022 in Texas, he was vetted by the federal border authorities, who didn't see anything concerning about his past, and then released. Homeland Security sources say. Watchwoman of the Dragon, Aurora, which state? That's Colorado, just right outside the outskirts of the suburb of Denver. Not very, 3 miles from my house. That's how close it is. Let's see, where was I? Yeah, he told Border Patrol agents he was going to New York. He ended up at the ICE office in Colorado in June 2023 when he was given a court date and again was cut loose. Soon after, he started unleashed havoc in the community. In November 2023, Pacheco Cisnero allegedly took part in a brutal assault and almost turned deadly at the Fitzsimmons Place apartment complex in Aurora, which was recently shut down over code violations. I don't think so. I've heard the story on this stuff and everything, and they said that wasn't the reason why they closed it down. No, it's because it was taken over and the people had to move out. They had no choice. Which the owner argued they couldn't fix due to the takeover of the building of the gang, according to the court documents obtained by the Post. During the assault, Pacheco, along with several other drunk men, identified who were said to be part of the gang that steals from Walmart and claim they run the apartment, allegedly hit the victim in the head with a bottle of Corona, then began to beat him up after he fell to the ground, the document alleged. See, everything is alleged, everything. You know what I mean? It's never the full truth. They're afraid they're going to get sued or something. You know, what a bunch of idiots. Let's see here. Let me go back to where I was. Yeah, it says the apartment investor told the Post that they've lost control of the several apartments because the gangs have taken over units. They were first hanging out around the property and creating a bad element that constantly there. And then they started to take over. Quite a few months ago, they started taking over vacant units. The bloodied victim of Pacheco Cisneros' alleged assault suffered a traumatic brain injury, a broken nose, a broken upper jaw, according to the documents. Pacheco Cisneros was eventually nabbed in March 2024 and hit with several felony assault charges, but bailed out of custody and failed to show up for the court date thereafter, the court documents show. You see what I'm saying? Release, let go, capture, release, capture, release, capture, release. They don't give a shit. On July 28, 2024, cops arrested Pacheco Cisneros and 3 others for alleged carrying out a shooting at the same apartment building, and previous assault occurred with 2 male victims with gunshot wounds and others with broken ankle. He has been ordered. He has been ordered. Yeah, he has been ordered deported by the immigration judge last week. But because he's from Venezuela, a country that does not accept deportation from the U.S., he is likely to stay here, sources say. TDA, which hails from Venezuela, Arguela region, has been sneaking members into the U.S. via the southern border for years. It's also stated recruiting within the U.S. among migrant communities, mainly New York, Denver, and Chicago. Can you? I'm sorry, guys. My throat is really raw today. Check this out. Sears, the Aurora Police Union head, said that after the shooting in the apartment complex, he and the other cops were on the scene to close down the apartment where Pacheco Cisneros allegedly crimes occurred. They did so without incident, without finding any contraband, he said. They did find that the gang members had trashed the place, he said. Garbage was piled 2 stories high. Ooh. Reality or fiction? My opinion, it's happening right now. But the thing is we're not doing nothing about it. The government, the police department's not doing nothing about it. The city council's not doing nothing about it. We're not doing nothing about it. But we'll just sit here and we'll talk about it and spew out the crud that they're doing and stuff. Yet we don't do nothing. I know I move with my hands. But guys, this is important, and you all need to understand what's happening. This can happen in your community as well. Be prepared. Get the things that you need to get. Protect your home. Get bars on your doors if you have to, but do what's necessary to protect your family. To heck about what's going out there. Your priority right now is to take care of your family. Bar your doors, protect your homes. Set up where you can live in your home and not have to go outside for a little while. Do what you have to do. But don't use excuses and don't placate to the government, and don't allow your government in your home, because once you do, they're going to move the migrants in. That's what happened in Colorado. We allowed them here, and now what have they done? Taken over. My wife and I, you all know that I carry, and I'm legal here in Colorado to do so. We have made it our decision that from this point on, even though we do it already, we will not leave and go anywhere and not carry. So from this point on, we are going to be aware of our situation around us. It's called situation awareness. Hey, Lisa's saying hi to everybody. Hey to everyone. Y'all know, if you didn't know, Elsie is my wife, and her name's Lisa. And of course, my channel is PLS Prepping and Reviews, and my name's Manuel. We don't hide. We're not like these other people that want to hide behind a name and not give you what their real name is. That's cowardice. They don't want to be called. They don't want to be bothered. Somebody to call them by their name. Oh, no. But yeah, but this is the stuff. I got pages and pages and pages of this stuff. But we're allowing this to continue. We're allowing this to continue. But I don't know. I don't know what to do anymore, guys. What am I supposed to do? If they start coming to this direction, what am I supposed to do, guys? Am I supposed to cower before them or stand up to them? Thank you. Thank you, Watchwoman of the Dragon, for sharing it out. I appreciate it. And please, guys, share out. I really do appreciate you doing that. But, what am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just sit here and not do nothing? You see a child in the street, are you, and the car's coming, are you going to do anything about it? Of course you are. So what's the difference with happening now? Messenger says it's illegal. It's illegal till they say it's not. Forget about legality. Lots of laughs. It's time to go full pirate. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Anthony, what's up, brother? I haven't seen you for a while. Saw some of your new videos. Really like them, bro. Really like them. But yeah, this is the reality of what's going on here in Colorado. You know, Anthony, we can't wait to get out of here. We cannot wait to get out of here. We're having too many issues over here at our property as well. We have got people, not only homeless people going through this property, but we got people going through here, camouflage clothing on, dark clothing and stuff, sneaking down the properties, walking around, casing the joint. That's what they're doing. And that's happening all across Colorado. We know what's going to happen here. We see it. But I'm tired. I can't sit back and just allow this to continue. I can't allow. Well, at least where I'm at, I got motion detection cameras up in that. I've got 13 cameras out there, guys, to keep an eye out outside my windows, outside our front doors, outside our sliding doors, outside the property itself, by the parking lots, in the back of the building, everywhere. But this is what we're dealing with right now, and it's sad that we have to continue living like this. It is sad, but I don't know what to do. I don't know what next step to take to make sure my family's safe and secure. I've done everything I can possibly do except put up sandbags to stop bullets from flying. And even that, I got sandbags. But the thing is, I shouldn't have to do this in my own home. Nobody in Colorado should have to deal with this stuff. And the people of Aurora are suffering because of the situation, because the government refuses to do anything, and our police department can't get off their damn asses. Excuse my French, but I'm getting frustrated and getting mad again, guys. And I promised myself I wouldn't do this, but I see this stuff happening, and I'm supposed to just be calm about it. I don't think so. But that's the reality of Colorado right now, guys. That's the reality. But I ask each and every one of you, please share this out so that we can get the word out to other people, to let them know what's going on. Because the information that you're getting from the media in Colorado and across the country, and that is not the same thing that's happening here in Colorado. They may say this and this and this and this, but they're not doing anything. Watchwoman says, and planning lockdown on top of it. Yeah, just another lockdown. We just had one just recently, that thing. But it's another one. Anthony says, thank you, bro. Miss you and Lisa. Hope you come to visit soon. That's crazy, bro. Be safe, and hope you guys are able to get out of there soon. Amen, brother. We're trying, Anthony. We really are. But things have gotten difficult, and we're just trying to do what we need to do right now. We're on the verge. We just went out and looked at some new pool behind campers and that, even some old ones as well. Went to a couple RV centers as well to check them and see what we can find. But man, they're expensive. They're really expensive. But I figure I could find a good camper for at least around between $5,000 to $10,000. I should be able to find a real good one, and I've seen a lot of them. Biggest problem is getting a truck to be able to pull at least a 3/4. But as soon as that happens, as soon as we have that, all that in place, we're gone, Anthony. And if the way the situation continues on going right now here in Colorado, I may be gone sooner than that. But yeah, it's nuts. And it's nuts that we're having to deal with this stuff out here in Colorado. You can't even drive down the street. You can't even drive over there in the Aurora area without stuff going on. Afraid bullets are going to start flying, carjacking your vehicle and that. Lisa says, we're working on getting out of here, Anthony. Even Lisa's, we're tired. What good is having supplies and things that we need to have for in case of emergency if I can't utilize them and use them when it's necessary? We can't do anything to protect ourselves, because if we try to protect ourselves in that, the government arrests you for protecting yourself. No. What's good for us is not good for you. That's what it is. Anthony says, heard they just put together a task force, but I'm sure they won't. Yeah, Anthony, they are saying they put a task force together, but they ain't given us no information on what they're doing. But they're saying allegedly this, Allegedly they did this. Allegedly they did this. You know how it is. The word game that they continuously do on local news, and that's what their favorite thing to do. Paris says it's happening in Michigan. Rumor has it that they've flown and dropped off at small airports by me. County sheriff says was told us to beware. Houses have robbed and people. Yeah, see, this is happening everywhere. This is not just one of those run-of-the-mill situations where it just happened where this little gang. No, this is across the country. This is across the country. May God have mercy on us. Because if we don't do something about it and we don't protect our families and that, then this is going to continue. And if it continues, we will have no option except to, bring up our own little freedom sticks. We may have to do that ourselves. But in the meantime, the people of Aurora are suffering. They can't even go in the grocery stores. They can't even go in the Target. They can't even go in an apartment and put their heads down to sleep and rest. They have to put 5 locks on their freaking doors with a bar across it. You guys heard what I read to you, what the one family is doing? But this is the reality of the world. If it doesn't happen at your front door, then it doesn't happen. Is that what you're all saying out there? I know that's not true. I know your heads are not in the ground. At least the people in chat and the people that are subscribed to this channel. I know you guys are on it. Yeah, Paris, not as bad as Colorado. It's getting bad. Messenger says, yes, same thing's going on in the UK PLS. They're arresting everyone trying to protect themselves and their nation. Exactly. That's exactly what's going on over there. You see what I'm saying? This is not one incident. This is continuously. This is going across the world. But we think that we're so protected here in the United States. When you call a cop for something going on, how long does it take before they show up? That's why you need to have your own freedom sticks. Because by the time they show up, everybody's passed away. Looks like they all died accidentally. Yeah. Washwoman of the Dragon says, get a trailer, pull a car. My trailer was driven off while I was in town in the desert. I lived in my Durango for a while. Yeah. But it's just not me and Lisa. It's our pets as well, too. We have to be able to make sure that they're going to be safe as well, too. But the reality of this world right now is you're not safe wherever you're at right now. You are not safe. Anthony said it's absolutely horrible what they're doing to such a beautiful state. It is, Anthony. It is. But this is what happens when you allow a certain political group to take over a state and allow all this crime, not even any morals, into a state and destroy it within. This is the reality that we're living in right now. That you are not free. You're not able to do what you want to do. We do not have the American dream anymore. All we have is the American will to survive. That's all we have left, is to survive, because there's nothing. You see people hurting and suffering in that, and all they're doing is trying to survive from one day to the next. This is what our government has turned the people into. That they sustain off the little amount of money that they receive from the government. They sustain off the low amount of money that they receive from their jobs. And you are a slave to this nation. And that is all because of Democrat The Republican interfering in the people and not letting the people do what needs to be done to take care of this country the right way. Wow, country, thank you for making it. I did get your message, man. I did get your message. I found out about this stuff a couple of days ago, but nothing was really happening or nothing's been going on until just recently. But thank you for the heads up. I appreciate it. Super Dave says, I don't know how to get in touch with you, PLS. If you want to tell me all this to a little bit wider audience. Let's see here. Well, Super Dave, you have a wrench on my channel, so you should be able to do something. Let me see here. Can you put something in the private chat? I could put it in there. If I put it in private chat, my information, I'm gonna give you my number. Can you get that and then use that there? Let's do it here. It's going to be in the private chat. Can you get to it? Let me know. Let me see. Hold on a second. I'm trying to get it set up there for you. All right. Here we go. Okay, I put it in a private chat. Here, I don't care, man. Just contact me. Here it is, so you don't have to go through all that. There you go. It's in chat right now. Go ahead and grab it, then I'm going to delete it. Let me know when you got it. Okay, I'm going to do a countdown, Super Dave. Then I'm going to take it off. 10, 9, 8, 7. Cool. Right on, dude. All right. Just deleted it. All right. You can get in touch with me with through that number anytime, Super Dave. That's my direct line to me. And if any of you got that, you can contact me as well. You all know who I'm talking about. Wild Country, Messenger, Paris, all you guys. I ain't worried about Anthony. Anthony has that direct line to me all the time. But yeah, we are so screwed, guys. We I don't know what we're gonna do. Paris says are not your friend. They only protect their interests. They do. Lisa says, yes, we live in a slave nation. Amen, baby. Wild Country says that video I saw yesterday of the group of people taking over an apartment complex was crazy, and this is just the beginning. It is the beginning. There's a whole lot more stuff going on with it as well, Wild Country. I mean, people are being hurt. Apartment, like a Target store. People won't even go. Sorry. They won't even go into a Target store because they're in the parking lots. They're having their parties, and I mean it's like their own little nation. What's going on? And nobody's doing anything. Nobody's saying anything. What's that, Messenger? PLS, you should check out Flood Sosa. It's a good platform with people like us. Oh, let me write that down. Hold on a second. Let me write it down. Let me write it down. Yeah, guys, I know you're curious and you're wondering what's going on and what's happening, but I'm asking you guys to help me out over here as well too. We're trying to grow this channel. We're trying to make it better for us and for all of you. But we can't do this without your help and your support in that, guys. So please, if you guys can come up with some time and send out the message to share out this channel, I'd really appreciate it, because it would really help us. We're in the break right now. We're like 442 people. We have to reach 500 so that we could start getting some monetizations and things like that. We still got to get up to 3,000 on the watch hours, and we're pretty low on that. That's why I'm saying we got to share this out, because I need the watch hours. I really do. And I can't get you emergency news like this unless you guys share me out and help me out here. But I do the same for you guys too, and you all know that. But we're at a point right now where what's going to happen? How soon is it before I see them walking down our street? How soon? Flood Social. Okay. From Messenger. All right, I got that information there. Thank you. Thank you, Messenger. I appreciate it. But we guys, I could read and read and read all the stuff that's going on. I got pages and pages of this stuff, but it's all the same stuff. It's just pushed out a little bit different, That's all the difference is. Video shows armed Venezuelan migrants taking over apartment complex. Alleged Venezuelan gang members armed and dangerous in Colorado. Brutal Venezuelan gangs spill over from sanctuary cities. A violent Venezuelan prison gang has taken over American cities. I mean, this is going on. This is not stopping. This is continuously, and this has been going on in Colorado for a while now, guy. It's just gotten to this point now where the gang has been able to grow and grow and grow and attack people and force them into the gangs and stuff, grabbing other migrants and that, put them in their gangs as well, and threatening to harm them and kill their families if they don't do as they say. But this is what the world that we live in. Super Dad says, I definitely share your link all through a live. Right on, dude. I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate it. But yeah, if you just text me or let me know when you want to do it, and I'll be happy to come up. I've got a free day today, so no problem at all. So I could do a live. So you just tell me what time, and I will be there. But yeah, it's just, page after page after page of the same stuff. Aurora lawmakers insist insight without evidence. Venezuelan gang respond. Special task force investigation. Venezuelan prison gang operating in Denver. Conservative leaders claim gang control parts of Aurora. Has Venezuelan gangs taken over Aurora apartment? Colorado agency unit to tackle Venezuelan gang. Aurora lawmakers insist. This is Aurora apartment owner says cops let immigrant gangs overrun the community. This is what's happening. They're allowing this stuff to continue happening, guys. Why would they allow this to continue? Why would they not go in and get it cleared out? What are they waiting for? There's another one right here. Denver police not aware of apartment takeover by gangs. You saw the video. You guys go online. Look at the video. You'll see them actually breaking into the people's apartments and that. It's right there. They even walk up and knock on it, and the people open the door, and then they take over. Ghost criminal. How Venezuelan gang members are slipping into the country. Well, they're calling this guy the ghost criminal because they can't find anything on him. They can't find his name, or I should say, they can't find any records on him or anything. So they're all freaking out. But it's whose fault is that? It's our fault because we allowed our government to control the border instead of doing what's necessary. You know, this is you know, and then what do they do here in Colorado? What was this, June? This happened. Let me see. This report came out July 30th. Okay, July 30th. Thousands of people gather in Aurora Sunday as election results were announced in Venezuela. The crowd expected President Nicolas Maduro to be thrown out of power. That didn't happen. This is the stuff in Colorado. Thousands of people gather in Aurora Sunday as election results were announced in Venezuela. These are Venezuelan people in the United States, thousands of them. Let me see if you can hear this. Hold on.
A crowd of thousands gathered in Aurora last weekend as the election results came in from Venezuela. From the looks of videos on social media, it got wild. But some of the claims being made, including by elected officials, are even wilder. Our Marshall Zellinger set out to separate fact from fiction. Social media captured this large gathering in Aurora after Sunday's presidential election in Venezuela, where the crowd expected an autocrat to be thrown out of power. Aurora police believe 3,000 to 4,000 people were in this area Sunday night at the Gardens on Havana, the old Bucky.
You see what I'm saying? They bring the Venezuelan people here in the United States, here in Colorado, and that thousands of them. And this is allowed. This is from, I'm not blaming the Venezuelan people themselves. I'm blaming our government allowing the Venezuelan migrants to come into the United States. And this is what they're doing. They're more worried about what's going on in Venezuela than they are what's going on here in the United States. If they don't want to be part of the United States, then get the heck out. It's that simple. Paris Hilton says they are told to hold back order takers. Yeah, it's organized crime. Yeah, it is. And even, yep, Messenger says, yep, Paris. Oh, yeah, we got a good copy on the audio. Good, good. Glad to hear it, man. But this is what we're dealing with. It's okay to bring them into our country without letting us make the decision. They made the decision about this. So who's responsible for what's going on in this country? Your own damn government, because they allowed it. And we should be fighting and getting rid of these people that are in the Denver city limits and get rid of all those people in that government right there. Because none of them could get their heads out of their asses to protect anybody or do anything. They lie, cheat, everything, just to make a couple of bucks in their pockets and get good votes. Sad. I can show you more, guys, but you know, how much more can I repeat the same stuff over? This is the reality that we're living in. And the sooner that people wake up, the better it's going to be. Well, guys, I'm going to let you go for now. I haven't even had breakfast yet, and I don't even know what time it is. It's 11:42 a.m. here. And I haven't had breakfast. I'm hungry. I'm just all I have. I'm living off my coffee right now. So I need to eat. So, guys, my friends, and everybody in chat, thank you, my friends, for coming. I really appreciate you coming in that. And thank you for sharing me out as well, too. And Super Dave, I'll be waiting for your text or your call, and we'll get going. We'll do a show together. And I'd be happy to present this information to your audience as well. And it'd be nice to have some talk, be able to talk back and forth to each other like we used to. So hope to hear from you guys, hear from you soon. Buddies, friends, my brothers and sisters, may God be with you, each and every one. May God bring prosperity into your life and freedom. God bless, my friends. PLS out, but not gone. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.